Yeah, you think it's my fault.
It's exactly, and it's not personal. It is. These feelings are universal. Everybody that is listening to this talk would have experienced these feelings. So
right.
They're not personal at all. So the first is to acknowledge it. Right.
Okay. What you're saying is that the ego, the identity, yourself, the image you have of yourself, that has to fall. It's not true. It has to fall away.
Right.
Right.
But we cannot just say it is not true. It has to fall away,
Okay.
because it is not intellectual. We can learn that there is no ego, but that learning does not give us experience.
Yeah, no, that's very
what
true.
we need is to experience.
Okay, so let's keep going.
So
Good.
we need the experience. Okay. So now you told me how you felt. The guilt made you feel even worse. You don't feel like getting up. You don't have energy. You feel a lack of motivation.
Yeah.
And it keeps getting worse. Why? Because you're making it personal more and more and more.
Yeah.
But this personal need is a hunger. Okay, I go back to this. It's a yearning of the soul to know itself, but we're not feeding it what it wants. So what we need to do is to feel the feeling.
Okay.
Just to go back into the feeling. Now I'd like you to recall how the feeling was, and you said it's just like a cloud in the body.
Yeah.
Right, just like cloudiness. Now you stay with that cloud. But there's another part that comes into you. I wish it wasn't there. I don't want it to be there. Oh, if I do this, like Burt says, feel the feeling, it's going to go away. I'm going to feel okay. No, that's still having a motivation to get rid of it. Okay. See, the point is to experience the feeling. Experience, I'm repeating myself here because it is the key. Okay. So you experience it as a cloud.
Yeah.
And you keep feeling it inside you.
Right.
Now, can you recall it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So recall that feeling of heaviness. Okay? And as you stay with it, not wishing it to go away, as a matter of fact, you're even say, I embrace it now because it is teaching me something that I need to experience. Okay. So you stay with it. So where is it again?
Around here.
Okay. Yeah. So if right now you are feeling that and you stay with the feeling, what happens? Have you ever done this?
We tried it once, right?
You
and
tried
then
it
at first it got bigger, and after it was a bit better. But you know what? The first reaction I have myself is that I think it's wrong. You know, that idea of wrong, that I did something wrong, or it's immoral, comes up, and that's what I think makes it difficult for me to feel it.
That's right, because you're making it personal again.
So even when you're feeling, you can't make it personal, but it's so difficult for me to do that. Just to feel the feeling without attaching.
Yeah, so this is why we need time right now to actually explore what intimacy really means.
Okay.
You see, to really see what is taking place in you, not to make it real or unreal. That's not important. The important thing is to experience it as it actually is. You see? So now when you stayed with it and it got worse because you made it personal, but as you left it there, what happens?
You sort of start seeing through it.
You start seeing actually it's
through it. Yeah, it becomes transparent.
Yeah, it becomes transparent. Because if I get in touch with this heaviness right now and I sit with this heaviness, but I don't try to get rid of it, I just simply just stay with it, feel the feeling. All of a sudden, well, where is it? You know, you go back to the way you were experiencing yourself when you didn't have it. You see, because all it was there was simply that yearning, that hunger inside you, that need for something more, but you didn't know what it was.
Sure, yeah.
So when you stay with it and you relax into it, that yearning, that hunger is gone.
You get in touch with that feeling.
Because you're getting in touch with feeling, you're allowing it, in other words, you see, you're giving it total validity, in other words. You see, you're staying with it. When you're staying with it, it neutralizes itself. Okay. And you begin to feel, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, if at that moment you
Mhm.
take it one step further
Mm.
and say to yourself, I need do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I just relax and experience that silence that the neutrality became. Now, if you take it that step of listening to that silence, which you always are inside yourself, that very silence itself actually leads you to the major experience of you as the I am, known as actual joy. Becomes a feeling of, yeah, you actually feel good.
Mm-hmm.
You feel energy.
Mm. Yeah.
You see? And that's the beauty of it. So what you do, there's a shift that comes automatically when you feel the feeling. You take it all the way back.
Right. Right.
So,
What do you say to people? Because in my experience, in the past a lot, I'd feel the feeling, or I'd find a moment of silence, and then that didn't really entirely shift my consciousness. The mind would come back in and say, no, you're wrong, you don't deserve this. And it make problems, really, Bert.
that's
it's
right.
like,
Do you see the dynamic
you
there?
have homework to do, you have this to do. And so it was almost like for a while, it was a battle between,
That's right.
I guess my heart and my mind.
Yeah.
To say it like that.
That's right. And this is
And that was
exactly, and
difficult.
I'm so glad you brought it up, because this is exactly what people go through
Yeah.
until we learn what true intimacy,
Right.
real
So
intimacy
You have a
is.
moment of it, but then it comes back.
You have
and
a moment,
and
but
it crushes
it
it.
comes
and
back.
then it's difficult.
Right. And to keep being aware
Yeah.
until you actually embrace it and not try to get rid of it at all. You take in everything. You love every part of you.
Mm.
You love even the unloving in you, in other words, you see? Even the part of saying, I'm not good enough. Okay. I accept that too. I go with that. Well, the moment you have done it enough that you actually begin to accept yourself totally,
Mm-hmm.
okay, then another dynamic comes into being. Now you are loving you. But the you that you are loving is the I am, not the personal, because another thing, what is personal? Just, okay, right now you're sitting and we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have a really look at yourself, really look at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What is personal?
There's not too much there. But
Yeah.
you think at first it's your
What
body.
refers to you,
Or
I
your
could
body.
be talking to everybody.
Or your thoughts.
Yeah.
But, right, as I look more, I find they're really hard to define. They're changing all the time.
That's right. So,
But, yeah. But Bert, what do you tell the people who you accept and they get it on an intellectual level, but for whatever reason, their socialization or their moral codes or their religion, they feel like they've done or have been witness to something that is absolutely unacceptable.
right.
How do they accept that? I can't accept it.
Yeah. So then they have to understand another dynamic, which I'm very happy you brought out. You see, there's the reason why people don't know what they want is because there's a conflict going on between their conscious wanting, which is, of course, I want to be happy, I want this, they don't even know why they want it, they just want it. Like, for example, every single woman I've ever had coming for hypnotherapy, they used to say, what is it you want? I want to meet the right man.
Right.
Practically every single woman has that dream. Okay? But what is it that wants that? Is it personal? You see? They say, yes, it's personal, it's for me that I want this. But every woman thinks the same way. That drive is for love, for completion.
So you're saying that really it's inside them first.
It's inside them first. We have to acknowledge that. Everything that we experience is inside.
Yeah.
Therefore, but it's inside everyone. So it's universal, it's not personal. So if I were to ask you, who are you right now? All you can really say is, what? Who are you right now? Where is the personal identity called Brian?
All I have is a sense that like I am.
I am.
There is
That's right.
there is an existence.